All right. Do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Jay Loftus here interviewing with Sam.
And this is for culturizeme.com. So, Jay, tell me, what is one word you would use to describe yourself?
Genuine.
Genuine. Why?
Has to be a good thing, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Genuine, just because when I write music, I write from real life experiences, what I've learned from them. So it's my honest observation on the world that I live in. So.
That's cool. When did you start playing guitar?
9 years old.
Not wow. So what got you into guitar?
Originally, the reason I picked up a guitar was because I was every girl's fat friend, and the only time that they ever looked at me the way that they looked at the people they were complaining about was when I was playing the guitar and singing songs. So that was the initial reason.
I've never heard that before. That's
yeah,
interesting.
But other than that, yeah.
So when you started playing guitar, did you start writing songs too, or just?
A little bit after I started playing guitar, I started writing songs. Probably around 13, 14 years old, I started writing songs.
When you said this before, they were about like your daily life and things that you saw around
Basically, I was the kid that got picked on in school. I got made fun of and stuff like that. So I wrote songs about the people that I didn't understand why they weren't my friend. I wrote things about my parents going through a divorce. You know what I mean, and all just the world around me.
But I guess it's things like that help lead you to where you are today.
Everyday high school, teenage life. Yeah.
Are there any other musicians in your family?
No, actually. I mean, my great-grandmother, I think, somebody told me that she could play the guitar and sing, but she wasn't alive when I was born, so.
Are your songs, I asked that before, are your songs based off of real-life experiences? Who are your favorite artists and your biggest influences?
Always classics like Billy Joel and Paul Simon and stuff as far as songwriters. Artists that are contemporary today, I really like the Foo Fighters because I was big on that music when I was growing up. I really like Coldplay. I really like Coldplay too. They're pretty cool.
So what inspired your music video for Velvet Arms? Because I have to say, I love that music video so much. It's really creative.
Yeah, we had a lyric video up on YouTube for a little while, and we realized that had a lot of hits, and I said, well, the song's pretty obvious, so why not just sort of do a real-life lyric video, and I just printed out a whole bunch of lyrics on cards and went all around my favorite places in the city and just, took shots and told them my lyrics.
It came out very awesome. It's very cool.
We even had a little cameo in that video of Mr. Carter over there.
This is the right.
Aaron Carter's in that
he's in the video?
Yeah, he's at the end of it. Yeah.
Are you serious? I've never noticed that.
He's at the end. He eats the sign with me.
I've seen that video so many times. Wow. Oh God.
It's actually what I'm doing here, sort of.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Do you like New York City too? Like, is that New York City?
I've always wanted to live there, and now I do. And every day is the best day of my life.
That's awesome. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Old Bridge, New Jersey, originally.
Okay. So what was your favorite gig to play so far?
So far, probably. I can't really say a school in specific because they were all awesome, but just recently I did a sorority tour, and I played at sorority living rooms all across the country.
Wow, that's interesting.
That was really fun because I was right in front of people. It was really intimate, really cool setting, so that was probably fun.
I've never heard of that before though. That's really cool. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live? New York City? Wow, that's cool. Okay, if you could have one superpower, any superpower, what would it be and why?
To fly, and probably because I'm afraid of planes, so then I could get to wherever I'm going and not have to fly in an airplane.
So do you drive everywhere?
I do if I can, yeah.
Oh man, it must take a long time to get to certain places.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your favorite quote? And why?
Favorite quote,
If you can't think of one.
I don't know who said it. I know my father said it to me, and he always said he'd rather be lucky than good any day. And that's because, talent, and being good can take you pretty far, but it'll never take you as far as luck, and you always need to be at the right spot at the right time for stuff to really, really happen for you,
I definitely see that. When you're not playing music, you're...
in the studio recording, writing music. I used to have a day job, but I just quit. I used to work at FedEx Kinko's, but now I'm doing this full time. So really, I'm writing, I'm recording music in the studio. I'm shooting videos for some of the songs that we have recorded. Traveling to shows like this and playing local places in New York City and stuff like that. I try and make music my entire life. So.
You probably love it a lot more than having the side job too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this one's interesting. What ice cream flavor best describes you and why?
Chocolate chip cookie dough, I guess. Because this is gonna sound cheesy. Because the vanilla ice cream is really good, and then like every now and then there's these little like bites of, oh my god, that's awesome.
Hey, I love chocolate chip cookie dough. It's amazing. It's my favorite. Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of the music business?
Performing.
Performing.
Absolutely.
Do you like the traveling too? Or?
Yeah, I always loved traveling. I traveled a lot with my mom growing up, so I've always loved being on the road and seeing new places and stuff.
What's your ideal place to play?
I've heard of these just recently. They have these like music cruises that they do, and I thought that was pretty cool. They hire these bands to like come on the cruise, like train and like script and stuff like that. And they actually like
Awesome.
They do shows on a cruise for people that are on the cruise. I thought that'd be pretty cool because I've never been on a cruise.
That's awesome though. I've never been on a cruise either, but I would love that. Is it harder to write the song or record it?
Certainly write it. Yeah, recording it is more technically difficult. It's more repetition, but the writing process. I feel some days I feel like a hack, and some days I feel like a genius. And just
Writer's block or
exactly.
stuff like that.
So I would certainly say the writing's the hardest part of that.
Okay, and here's the last of the main questions. If a movie was made about your life, who would you want to play you and why?
Johnny Depp, of course.
I could. Oh God, yeah, I could totally see that.
Just because a lot of people tell me I look like him.
You
I
do
have a
look
lot
like
of
him.
similarities.
You definitely.
He's Native American. I'm Native American. He plays the guitar. I play the guitar. There's a few other similarities, but definitely him. I think he's cool. He seems to have the right attitude towards fame from what I've seen. So he seems like a pretty well-rounded guy.
I definitely see the resemblance.
He'd do me justice.
All right, which one? Spiders or snakes?
That I'm afraid of.
Just like which one do you prefer?
Oh, that sucks. I hate them both. I guess spiders.
Spiders. Pie or cake?
Cake.
Ferris Bueller or Animal House? If you've seen.
Ferris Bueller.
iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
One Direction or The Wanted? I had to do that. I'm sorry, I had to do that again.
Since most of my fans are One Direction fans, I'll say
One Direction. Mac versus PC?
Mac.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a list of words, and the first thing that comes to mind, like as soon as it comes to mind, just say it. Okay. Boring.
No, wait, hold on. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna say a word.
Boring.
Just the first thing that comes to mind when I say that word. Boring.
Okay. School.
Movie.
Blow.
Celebrity.
Johnny Depp, just because we were just talking about it.
Music.
Fun.
Gross.
Brussels sprouts.
Yeah. Food.
Pizza.
Punk.
Punk. Childhood.
Idaho.
Potatoes. Of course.
And then British.
British. The Ramones? No, they're not British. Are they?
I don't know. I don't remember. They're the ones that sing like the baseball bat thing, the song with the baseball.
They're the ones that are like, hey, oh, let's go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different band. And I thought this would be funny. Try to pronounce that. Just because. Okay, I have a word here in German. Because it goes along with the blog.
Gefährlich.
Gefährlich. Yep.
Gefährlich.
And that's dangerous, and you have the song Dangerous Girls, so I figured that'd be interesting to know.
Nice.
So, thank you,
Awesome.
Jay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Let me go see if